Your person was involved with someone else, but now they have an important message for you that will shock you, my beloved soul. Take a deep breath and allow your heart to be still for a moment. This message is gentle, truthful, and grounded. It is not here to create fear, pressure, or false promises. It is here to bring clarity, healing, and understanding in a calm and respectful way. This story begins with confusion. You sensed distance. You felt a shift. You noticed silence where there was once warmth. Your person was involved with someone else. That truth hurt. It raised questions inside you. It made you doubt your worth. It made you wonder if what you felt was ever real. And if you are listening to this right now, it means your heart has been carrying unanswered thoughts for a long time. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. This is not a message of blame. This is not a message of drama. This is not about choosing sides. This is about truth, growth, and a message that has been forming quietly for a long time. Your person did not move on because you were not enough. They moved because they were confused within themselves. They were searching outside because they did not understand what they were feeling inside. They tried to replace clarity with distraction. They tried to silence their thoughts by filling space with someone new. But something unexpected happened. The connection they entered did not give them peace. It did not bring the comfort they imagined. It did not heal the emptiness they carried. Instead, it became a mirror. They began to see themselves clearly. They realized what they avoided with you was not you at all. It was their own fear of vulnerability. And slowly, without drama, without noise, a realization formed. They thought of you. Not with guilt. Not with regret. But with understanding. They remembered the way you listened without judgment. The way you showed patience without conditions. The way you stayed present even when things were unclear. And that is when the message began to grow inside them. This message is not rushed. It is not impulsive. It is not fueled by loneliness. It comes from reflection. They now understand something they could not see before. They understand that being involved with someone else did not erase the connection they shared with you. It only revealed what was missing elsewhere. Your person has an important message for you, and it will shock you not because it is dramatic, but because it is honest. They want you to know that you were not replaced. You were not forgotten. You were not unvalued. They want you to know that what they experienced elsewhere showed them the depth of what they lost when they stepped away from you emotionally. This does not mean a promise. This does not mean pressure. This does not mean you must do anything. This is simply a truth being acknowledged. Your heart deserves clarity, not confusion. Your peace matters more than unanswered hope. And that is why this message is forming now. They are becoming aware of the impact of their choices. They see how their silence affected you. They see how their distance created wounds they never intended to cause. And this awareness is not coming from fear of losing you, but from personal growth. They want you to know that you were real. The connection was real. The bond mattered. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. This is not about rushing back. This is not about reopening wounds. This is about respect. They are learning to speak from a place of responsibility instead of avoidance. They want to say something they could not say before. They want to express what they suppressed. They want to acknowledge the truth without excuses. And here is the part that may surprise you. They do not expect anything from you. They are not reaching out to pull you back into confusion. They are not here to create dependency. They are not asking you to wait. They simply want you to know that your presence in their life changed them. That you taught them something important about connection. That you showed them what sincerity feels like. That you helped them understand what emotional honesty truly means. This message exists so you can release self-doubt. You may have questioned your intuition. You may have blamed yourself. You may have wondered if you imagined the bond. You did not. And whether this message reaches you through words, timing, or inner clarity, it is meant to bring peace, not chaos. Your journey is not on pause because of someone else's confusion. Your growth did not stop when they stepped away. Your worth did not decrease because they chose a different path for a moment. You are allowed to move forward. You are allowed to protect your heart. You are allowed to choose what feels right for you. This message is not meant to pull you backward. It is meant to free you. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. As you continue listening, allow yourself to feel grounded. Nothing is being taken from you. Nothing is being forced upon you. This is a moment of understanding, not decision. In the next part, you will begin to see why this realization happened now, and how it connects to your own healing and growth. Stay present. Stay calm. Your clarity is unfolding. My beloved soul, now we go deeper, calmly and clearly, without fear and without illusion. What you are hearing is not meant to confuse you, but to steady your heart. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. There was a phase where your person chose silence over honesty. They chose distraction over conversation. At that time, they did not know how to face emotions directly. Instead of speaking their truth, they stepped into another connection, believing it would quiet their inner restlessness. But silence has a strange power. When noise fades, truth speaks louder. While they were involved elsewhere, something inside them remained unsettled. On the surface, things may have looked normal. Conversations happened. Time passed. Smiles appeared. But inside, there was comparison. Not intentional, not cruel, but natural. They noticed something was missing. They noticed that conversations felt shallow. They noticed that comfort felt temporary. They noticed that peace did not stay. And slowly, they realized that what they once shared with you was not easy to replace. Not because you were perfect, but because the connection was honest. They remembered how they could be themselves with you. How silence between you felt safe, not heavy. How they didn't need to perform or pretend. This realization did not come overnight. It came through moments of stillness. It came when they were alone with their thoughts. It came when they asked themselves why their hearts still felt unsettled. They started questioning their own choices. Why did I walk away instead of speaking? Why did I avoid vulnerability? Why did I assume leaving would make things easier? And the answers were not comfortable. They realized that they were afraid of depth. Afraid of accountability. Afraid of facing emotions they didn't fully understand. Being with someone else did not remove that fear. It only delayed it. My beloved soul, this is important for you to hear. Their involvement with someone else was not a reflection of your value. It was a reflection of their emotional state at that time. You did not lose because someone else entered their life. You were not replaced because someone stood beside them temporarily. What you offered came from sincerity. What they sought elsewhere came from confusion. And now, something has shifted. They are no longer blaming circumstances. They are no longer blaming timing. They are no longer blaming misunderstandings. They are looking inward. They understand that avoidance creates distance, but honesty creates growth. And this understanding is what led to the message forming inside them. This message is not loud. It is not dramatic. It is not rushed. It is careful. They want you to know that they see you clearly now. Not through memory alone, but through maturity. They recognize how patient you were. How you tried to understand instead of accuse. How you stayed emotionally available even when answers were missing. They see now that what they walked away from was not pressure, but depth. And here is something very important. They are not coming with excuses. They are not saying they were right. They are not saying circumstances forced them. They are not minimizing your feelings. They want to take responsibility. That alone shows growth. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. This message exists because they no longer want unresolved energy between you. They do not want you carrying questions into your future. They do not want you doubting your intuition. They want you to know that what you felt was real. Even if paths changed. Even if timing was wrong. Even if choices hurt. Truth remains truth. And while this realization is important, it does not mean you are expected to reopen your heart immediately. It does not mean you must respond, wait, or hope. Your healing comes first. You are allowed to take this message as closure. You are allowed to take it as clarity. You are allowed to simply acknowledge it and move forward. Your person understands now that emotional honesty cannot be avoided forever. And this understanding came at a cost. It came through experience, reflection, and growth. They are learning that connections built on distraction do not last. They are learning that running from emotions only delays healing. They are learning that depth requires courage. And you were brave enough to offer that courage before they were ready. That does not make you foolish. That makes you sincere. My beloved soul, this part of the message is about restoring your inner balance. It is about removing self-blame. It is about helping you understand that your role in this connection was meaningful. You did not imagine the bond. You did not overfeel. You did not misunderstand everything. Sometimes people leave not because the connection is weak, but because it is strong enough to scare them. And now, standing at a different level of awareness, they want you to know this. They respect the growth you have done in silence. They respect the strength you showed by not chasing answers. They respect the way you protected your dignity. That respect is genuine. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. As you absorb this message, remember this one thing clearly. You are not waiting for them. You are not dependent on their realization. You are not paused in time. Your life continues to unfold with or without anyone's validation. This message does not control your future. It simply clears the past. In the next part, you will understand how this moment connects to a shift within you, and why hearing this now matters more than you think. Stay grounded. Stay present. Your clarity is becoming stronger. Now listen carefully, and stay present with this part, because this is where understanding turns into inner strength. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. There is a reason this message is reaching you now and not earlier. A few months ago, or even weeks ago, your heart may not have been ready to hear this without pain. Back then, clarity would have felt like salt on a wound. But now, something inside you has matured. You have changed. You have learned to sit with silence. You have learned to survive without answers. You have learned how to stand on your own emotional ground. That is why this moment matters. Your person's realization did not happen in isolation. While they were reflecting on their actions, you were also growing in ways you may not even fully recognize yet. You became more aware of your boundaries. You became more aware of what you deserve. You stopped explaining yourself to those who could not understand your heart. And this shift in you is important. Because the message they carry is not meant to pull you back into the past version of yourself. It is meant to meet you where you are now. Your person understands something very clearly at this point. They understand that if they had spoken earlier, it would have come from confusion. But now, their words come from awareness. They are no longer reacting. They are responding with intention. They want you to know that the time apart was not wasted. It forced growth on both sides. They see now that you were not asking for too much. You were asking for honesty. You were asking for consistency. You were asking for emotional presence. And they were not ready then. Instead of admitting that, they chose distance. They chose involvement with someone else, hoping it would simplify things. But life does not simplify lessons we refuse to learn. It repeats them. What shocked them most was not losing you. It was realizing what they lost within themselves. They lost authenticity. They lost emotional alignment. They lost peace. And in that loss, they found clarity. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Now here is something very important for you to understand. This message is not about convincing you of anything. It is not about rewriting the past. It is about acknowledging truth so that both of you can move forward without emotional baggage. They want you to know that the connection you shared changed how they see relationships. They are more careful now. More self-aware. More honest with themselves. And whether or not paths cross again, that impact remains. They recognize that they handled things poorly. They recognize that silence created confusion. They recognize that choosing someone else instead of addressing issues directly caused unnecessary pain. This recognition is not dramatic. It is quiet. It is sincere. They are not asking you to forget what happened. They are not asking you to pretend it didn't hurt. They are simply acknowledging responsibility. And this matters for you, because unspoken truths linger in the heart. They affect future trust. They affect how you open up again. This message helps release that weight. You may have wondered if you were too patient. You may have wondered if you waited too long. You may have wondered if you gave more than you received. The answer is not that you were wrong. The answer is that you were sincere. And sincerity is never a mistake. What you offered came from a genuine place. What they could not return at that time was not because of lack of feeling, but lack of emotional readiness. That difference matters. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. As this message settles, you may feel mixed emotions. Relief. Sadness. Calm. Or even detachment. All of these are normal. None of them are wrong. You are not expected to respond immediately. You are not expected to make a decision. You are not expected to reopen doors. This moment is about you regaining your emotional balance. Your person understands now that connection is not about convenience. It is about courage. And courage requires facing discomfort instead of running from it. They see now that you represented a level of emotional depth they were not ready to handle. And instead of honoring that, they avoided it. That avoidance taught them a lesson they could not learn any other way. And here is where the shock truly lies. They are no longer trying to justify their past actions to themselves. They are no longer pretending they were right. They are allowing themselves to sit with the truth. And the truth is this: they respected you more than they showed. They valued you more than they expressed. They felt the connection more deeply than they admitted. But fear made them silent. Fear of responsibility. Fear of emotional exposure. Fear of change. Now that fear has softened. And this message exists because they do not want unresolved energy between you. They want to clear what was left unsaid so that both of you can breathe freely again. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. This part of the journey is not about reunion or separation. It is about understanding. When understanding arrives, emotional power returns to you. You are no longer questioning your intuition. You are no longer doubting your feelings. You are no longer wondering if you imagined everything. You didn't. And now, you can choose your next step from a place of clarity, not confusion. In the next part, you will begin to see how this situation has strengthened you, and why this experience is preparing you for something healthier, calmer, and more aligned with who you are becoming. Stay steady. Stay open. Your path is unfolding with purpose. Now let us move gently into this part, because this is where everything begins to make sense from your side, not theirs. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. What you went through was not meant to break you. It was meant to show you your emotional strength. At the time, it felt heavy. It felt unfair. It felt confusing. But look at you now. You are still standing, still thinking clearly, still capable of love without bitterness. That alone shows growth. While your person was learning through experience, you were learning through patience. You were learning how to sit with uncertainty without losing yourself. You were learning how to hold your dignity even when answers were missing. And that is powerful. Many people react when hurt. They chase. They demand explanations. They lose themselves trying to be chosen. You did something different. You stepped back. You observed. You protected your inner peace even when it was difficult. That choice changed you. You became more aware of your emotional boundaries. You became clearer about what you will and will not accept. You became less willing to settle for half-truths. This shift is not small. Your person feels it now. Even from a distance, they sense that you are no longer in the same emotional space you were before. You are not waiting. You are not stuck. You are not reaching for closure. You found it within yourself. That is why this message carries a different energy. It is not coming to fill a void. It is coming to acknowledge that you are whole. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. This experience taught you something important about connection. It taught you that consistency matters more than words. That presence matters more than promises. That honesty matters more than attraction. You now recognize red flags without ignoring them. You now listen to your intuition without doubting it. You now value emotional safety as much as emotional excitement. These lessons will protect you in the future. And here is something you may not realize yet. The reason this message feels calm instead of chaotic is because you are no longer emotionally dependent on the outcome. You are listening from a place of strength, not longing. That is growth. Your person sees this too. They understand that you are not the same person who once waited for clarity. You are someone who found clarity within. That realization changes the dynamic completely. They are not approaching from a place of control or expectation. They are approaching with respect. They know that whatever happens next is your choice. And this matters deeply. Because true connection can only exist where there is freedom, not emotional pressure. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. This part of the message is about reclaiming your power. It is about understanding that nothing was taken from you. Even the pain served a purpose. It sharpened your awareness. It strengthened your boundaries. You are no longer afraid of being alone. You are no longer afraid of speaking your truth. You are no longer afraid of walking away if respect is missing. That confidence is quiet, but it is strong. And now, because you are standing in that strength, you are attracting different energy. Healthier conversations. Clearer intentions. Mutual respect. This is why hearing this message now will not shake you. It will simply inform you. You can take it as confirmation. You can take it as closure. You can take it as understanding. The choice is yours. Your future is not tied to someone else's realization. It is shaped by your own self-awareness. And that awareness is growing every day. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. As this part settles, notice how you feel. There is less urgency. Less anxiety. More calm. That is because you are aligned with yourself. In the next part, you will understand what this message means for your future connections, and why something healthier is aligning for you, whether with this person or someone else who meets you at your level. Stay grounded. Stay open. Your journey is moving forward with clarity and balance. Now this part is about what comes next for you, not as a reaction, but as a natural progression of your life. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. After everything you have been through, your energy has changed. You may not have noticed it clearly, but others can feel it. You no longer seek validation. You no longer over-explain your feelings. You no longer chase clarity from people who are not ready to give it. This is important. Because when your energy shifts, the kind of connections you attract also shifts. Your person feels this change deeply. They sense that you are no longer emotionally available in the same way. Not because you are closed, but because you are selective. You value peace more than potential. You value honesty more than hope. And that changes everything. This is why their message is careful. They are aware that you do not need words to survive anymore. You are not waiting for reassurance. You are grounded in your own understanding. That awareness creates respect. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. What is aligning for you now is not chaos. It is clarity. Whether it is this person or someone new, the next phase of your journey is built on mutual effort. No guessing games. No emotional confusion. No silent expectations. You are stepping into a space where communication flows naturally. Where actions match words. Where emotional safety is present. This is not luck. This is growth meeting opportunity. Your past experience refined your standards. You now recognize the difference between emotional availability and emotional avoidance. You recognize when someone is choosing you fully, not partially. And because of this, you will no longer accept being an option. That lesson alone makes this entire journey meaningful. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Your person understands now that connection requires presence. They see that love cannot exist where honesty is missing. They see that involving someone else instead of communicating was a way of escaping responsibility. They do not want to repeat that pattern. Whether they act on this realization or not is something time will reveal. But what matters more is that you are no longer dependent on their actions for your peace. You are centered. You are aware. You are stable. And that stability is what prepares you for a healthier bond. This next phase is not about proving anything to anyone. It is about choosing what aligns with your values. It is about allowing only those who meet you with clarity, respect, and consistency into your emotional space. You have earned that. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. As you move forward, you will notice something subtle but powerful. You will feel less reactive. Less triggered by silence. Less affected by uncertainty. Because you trust yourself now. You trust your intuition. You trust your boundaries. You trust your ability to walk away if needed. That trust is freedom. This is why the message you are hearing now does not create confusion. It creates closure and strength. It reminds you of how far you have come. And here is the most important part. You are no longer defined by what someone else chose. You are defined by what you choose now. In the next part, you will begin to see how this clarity opens doors you did not expect, and why something meaningful is preparing to enter your life at the right time. Stay present. Stay calm. Your path is becoming clearer with every step.